So Morgan has finally sold his MX-5, meaning we can give you the results of our flip-off challenge. So yes, if you haven't been paying attention to our YouTube channel, Morgan and I embarked on a little bit of friendly competition and decided, since we've been buying and selling cars together for the better part of almost 2 years now, geez, that's actually a while now that we think about it, why don't we each buy a car and flip it and see who is better at it? So we had a little bit of money left over from the Commodore and thought, hey, this would be awesome, introduce a little bit of competition to the challenge. So I was the first one off the rank, I guess, and purchased, as you'll know, a 1999 Mazda MX-5 MB Miata for those people in other parts of the world. And I bought it for $6,400. And this was a manual transmission MB Miata with roughly 200,000 Ks. So yes, bought it for $6,400. Immediately, it needed a new battery. The other one was haggard. It was on its way out. We tried rejuvenating it, but it just wasn't cutting it. So I had to buy a new battery. That was $125. The car as well was also tracking a little bit, so I had to get a wheel alignment. That was a further $70. And I also had to repair the soft top on the roof, so it was just separating, as well as various other cleaning products with the detailing where we cut and polished the bonnet and everything. So that all came to $125.46. We're not doing the cents though, Morgan doesn't count it. But that was it. That was my MX-5 done. I then did have to register it, so I did have to get a roadworthy, which was $200, as well as registration, which was $541. So all in all, I was into my MX-5 for $7,461. And that is where Morgan comes along.
Yep. So it wasn't, excuse me, it wasn't intentional. But the car I also got was a 1999 Mazda MX-5.
I honestly thought Morgan was joking.
No,
when
yeah.
he said that. I was just like, no, you didn't. What did you actually
No, well,
get?
I'll be honest, I did see it for sale and it was kind of cheap, and had a look at it, I'm thinking it would be kind of funny. Like, it wasn't really intentional, but turned out to be what I thought was a great deal.
So yes, you bought that car. How much did you buy it for?
Bought it for, I've got my trusty old roadworthy that I've written on. $7,500. So
wow, so
little more.
Your buy price was more than my total price.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So I haven't, up until this point, I don't know how much Morgan's paid for the car, how much the stuff, consumables, that kind of stuff. So I'm finding out as you are. And I'm sure you figured out.
I realized I had spent a bit more. Luckily with my car, as you may have known if you watched, I came with heaps of stuff, so I didn't have to buy too many things because it did need a little bit of work. So straight off the bat, fixed everything because it came with oil, all the parts. So fixed it all up. So it's all good to go for the road and everything. So I got 2 roadworthies because we had to obviously register it, and then when you sell it, you need another roadworthy. All up, that was $270.
And that is because one expired.
One expired, and
So it's technically 3 roadworthy.
yeah, and because I was a bit later, the roadworthy person we normally go to decided to up his price. So that's why my roadworthy was more than James's. So that kind of sucked, but yeah, it is what it is. Needed an alignment, and funnily enough, on the way to the alignment, which I don't think I've talked about, I was driving to get the alignment in the Miata, and all of a sudden the tire blew on the front right. So, I mean, it was kind of convenient. I was driving to the a wheel shop, so had to get a new tire as well, which was not ideal, but yeah, it is what it is. So for the alignment and a new tire, it was $262. Yep. Obviously, I had to register it as well before I drove it in. That was $541.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. And then before I sold it as well, it was feeling quite solid, but the front left wheel bearing was kind of gone. I think I wasn't quite happy with giving it to someone when it wasn't quite right. So I decided I'll get a wheel bearing for the front, which unfortunately wasn't included in all the stuff that came with the car. So that was $82 as well.
Real cheap.
Yeah, real cheap. The front wheel bearings was a lot easier than the rears. The rears was like a week's work. So all in all, are we doing totals?
Yeah.
Yep.
How much it cost?
From buying it and all the expenses was $8,655.
So over almost $1,200.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So we'll get into the challenges. First challenge was how much, or the amount of profit when you sold it.
Yep. Do we go into the profit last? Maybe we go.
Okay, we'll go into profit last.
Go.
So because we bought the same car, one of the challenges was the quickest car, 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we bought identical cars. So I guess, ding, we both get a point for that one because they're absolutely identical.
We were going to go to the drag strip, but James sold his by the time mine was ready, so we didn't really have them.
We didn't get the crossover. Now, the next challenge was Viewer's Choice, which we did get a winner on.
Yep.
So I'm just going to pull up. So if you guys...
It was close.
If you guys didn't know, we put up a poll on Facebook and got you guys to vote for the two MX-5s.
YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube, sorry. In the community tab. Thank you for all those people who voted. There was a winner. It was pretty close though.
Yeah.
So 56% voted for my MX-5 and 44% for Morgan. So real close. And ding for me.
Funnily enough, I looked at that as well just before. That was, you got one more person. Which is pretty annoying. So close.
So I won that.
Yep.
Take the lead. Next challenge was how long it took from listing your car to it actually being sold. Morgan, how long did yours take?
Well, before I go on, surprisingly, I thought it took a lot longer than I thought. It felt like it just because I actually had the car just sitting there for a while before I put it up for sale. I'm getting it all ready. But from when I listed it, from when we, I guess, received the money or the confirmation that I'd buying the car, 21 days. Not too bad. Could have been better. Yeah.
Probably tell by my smugness that I beat him.
By how much?
20 days. Yes. By one day I sold it faster. So that's another one for
3-1.
So you gotta hope to hell that you sold this for a good price.
Yep.
So Morgan, how much did you sell your car for? So it cost you $8,600?
$8,655.
And how much did you sell it for?
Wait, did I get this right? Yeah, I did. For a second I thought, wait, did I lose money? I definitely made money.
Oh god, yeah.
$9,000 I sold it for. So all that hard work.
For $300?
$300.
All right.
It was a tough sell. Yep.
Well, let me just get my notepad out. I sold mine for $10,000.
Oh, that's a good profit.
Meaning I made $2,538.
So you made like 500,
ding, 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 ding.
probably more now. You
almost 10 times the amount that you made.
Yeah.
Ding.
Well, you know what? I'm calling it a win for myself. For a moment there, I thought I was losing money, and I was thinking that's not going to be a good look.
So I think we've learnt that I should still remain buying the cars.
Yeah. I'll be honest though, I learned a lot. I think when I was looking for cars, there were some cars I passed by that potentially could have been good buys. And mainly like Euro cars, because you probably know that I'm not really the Euro kind of car person. And then the Miata came up and it looked so like enticing to me, especially with all the parts. So I think I was a little bit blinded by that.
I think as well, it is good to remember back because we haven't mentioned it yet, but Morgan also found my car.
Yeah, yeah.
So Morgan had messaged the guy, but I had messaged the guy first. So
yeah. And the funny thing was, you already organised to look at the car.
Yeah.
I was messaging the guy as well, and I was trying to get to look at the car. He said he couldn't look at it that night because someone else was looking at it. So the next day, I was going to look at it.
And literally, when I was negotiating with the guy, I gave him a price. I think I lowballed him like 5.5. Wasn't too keen. I said, look, I'll do 6. And he still wasn't keen. He's like, look, I've got a lot of interest. Like, I've got some people wanting to come tomorrow. Funny, because it was you. Yeah. And I said, look, man, what do I need to do to take this car today?
So mad.
6,400.
Yeah.
So, Morgan, you found the right car. You weren't onto it as quickly as I am.
Yeah.
Like I am on cookies. Ooh, I can devour some cookies.
I think as well, the funny thing as well, because they were both MX-5s, it's a really good, I guess, comparison. Like, like say if I got a different car, say I got, I don't know, a Falcon, right? Because the prices are very different, it'd make it maybe more interesting, I guess, in terms of the pricing. But because they're the same and seeing literally identical cars, seeing how they sell and stuff is, I don't know, quite
also to note, I think for the price disparity in, wait, so how much you sold yours for? 9?
9, yeah.
Okay, mine was 10. So yours had higher Ks.
Yeah, it was like
200 and something.
I think it was like close to 260. So I think that
mine had just ticked over 200.
Yeah, I think that was a killer for me, I think.
Also, I think my paint was really good.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. Nice, shiny car. Yours, on the other hand, obviously it's a 20-plus-year-old car. The paint had aged.
Yeah.
So obviously yours had spent more time outside. And also mine had leather interior and it was red. So it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, and more stock, I'd say.
Yes.
Which I think
for the MX-5 buyer, there is definitely that hardcore racer.
But I think what I've found out because of that is the people who want to race it, buy a Miata, chuck it at the track. They don't want to spend, lots of money. They want the cheapest Miata that works.
Absolutely cheap, yeah. And it doesn't have to be registered. It doesn't have to,
Yeah.
So I think that's what it came down to. I definitely had fun. It was fun bantering about.
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't be against doing another one.
No.
And hopefully once the Skyline's sold, we have a bit more of a purse to find some cars. We are noticing a couple of little deals sneaking up here and there. So it looks like times may be getting a little better for buying cars, maybe not so much selling cars.
And I think as well now, with my Miata finally sold as well, we've got, more money to play with the Skyline, but then potentially if there's another deal on the cheaper kind of side, we could almost jump, something like that as well.
Yeah, could jump into another car. So, yes, I'm the winner. You owe me a bowl of ramen.
Yep. I mean, we could go into the whole working out the percentages and stuff, but
yeah, well, that was the other challenge. So I made the most profit figure-wise. For the amount of money spent, I made the most profit as well. Was the viewer's best car.
So quick out by a day. Yeah.
So I think I'm just out and out champion.
I think though, if we took it to the track, mine would have won.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. But that wasn't the challenge.
Yep.
So thanks heaps for watching. If you would like to see another flip off challenge, we'd love to do it again.
And I think I would have a caveat as well. No, not the same car.
Can't do the same car. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we made money on both cars. It was actually quite nice having two cars at once that both made profit. It just seemed to like kick the challenge into a bit more of a higher gear, go a little bit faster. Like it seems like we were kind of just incrementally getting better and better, and then the two MX-5s has then pushed us up. Which, when you think about it, there was only like what, $3,000 profit total.
Yeah,
But
mainly
it was
mainly
the
yours.
time.
Yeah.
It didn't take as long as if we had bought one car, bought, sold, bought another car, bought, sold.
So I think probably more. I mean, it probably from when you first started to buy the car to when I sold mine is well over 2 months, probably.
Yeah. So pretty good. But anyway, we are rambling on. That is the results of our flip-off challenge. I absolutely smoked, Morgan. Thanks heaps for watching. Comment below what was your favorite MX-5 if you forgot to vote. If we're doing another flip-off challenge, what cars should we be looking at? Martin Jones wants a Maserati. I'm so down. But we'll see you guys in the next episode where we've got a bit more content on our new Skyline. We'll see you later.